Welcome to Land Academy. I'm Jack Butala.
I'm Jill DeWit.
We show you how to buy real estate for half of what it's worth.
And sell it on the internet really fast.
We are Jack and Jill,
and this is the Jack and Jill Show too.
With over 15,000 completed transactions, we're the experts at acquiring property.
Of all kinds, not just land.
For half price and flipping them for way more.
All right, let's get this show started.
Jack Butala with Jill DeWit.
Hi.
Welcome to our show today. In this episode, Jill and I talk about how long does it take to become a pro. Great show today. Before we get into it, let's take a question posted by one of our members on landinvestors.com and our online community. It's free.
Okay. Rod asks, I'm looking at a bulk deal purchase in Apache County. Seller wants $22,500 for 8 properties totaling 150 acres or about $150 an acre. I do not have the money. Any advice appreciated? Thanks.
Yeah, and Rod's a member, right, Jill?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I think yesterday's show was about this.
I know.
How to raise capital. So
exactly.
It's real simple on a deal like this. $150 an acre. If the properties have pretty good access and they're, within reason, you can sell them for $300 an acre, which I'm not sure there's a part of Apache County that you can't do this. Mm-hmm. Just go on a deal board at on landinvestors.com. There's a deal board because you're a member, you have access to it. Post it there, and then also post it on the pro level area in Land Investors as well as the non-pro level area.
If you post it, they will come.
Yes. $22,000 is it's a really low amount of money, small amount of money to raise for a deal like this, and I think you're going to turn it cash in, cash out in less than 30 days. Mm-hmm. You should just consider wholesaling it or optioning it also. Mm-hmm. But whatever you do, tie it up because that's a good deal.
Yeah, that's really, really good.
Anything around $100 an acre up there is good.
Mm-hmm. I love it up there. It is pretty.
If I wasn't so busy, we used to do deals with members all the time, and it just ends up being a one-on-one education scenario that Jill and I love doing real estate deals, but it's not an efficient use of our time with other people. Mm-hmm. Jill and I do a lot of real estate deals, but we make $100,000 a unit. That's kind of our rule right now. Mm-hmm. If you have a question or you want to be on the show, I'm sorry, Jill. Would you?
No, it's good. No, I'm over here. It's all good.
If you have a question,
I'll pipe in.
Okay, Robin. Want to be on the show? Reach out to either one of us on landinvestors.com.
Thank you, Batman.
It's more like, it's not the other Robin.
Oh, who?
Howard Stern's Robin.
Oh,
not that I think I'm Howard Stern, or even want to be, or aspire, or care about
Batman or Robin.
Stern.
Oh, what's funny? I never really watched Howard Stern, so I'm not there.
It's funny because it's a radio show.
I know.
If you have a question, I already said it. Today's topic: how long does it take to become a pro? This is the meat of the show. Jill, you had some real clear ideas about this before we started.
Well, first of all, I strongly feel that people need to buy and sell, have 10 total start to finish transactions before they really can grasp this concept.
And it all starts with that first deal, by the way.
Uh-huh. Exactly. So, and what's funny, actually, is really, really cool. I just talked to one of our newer members, a little shout out to Dan W. Earlier, actually the other day. And Dan was telling me, he called in, and I just happened to answer the phone. It was great. So we had a great little chat, and Dan's like, I just sold my first property. It was the coolest thing. I have something funny else to say too that Dan told me and I wrote down. But he's like, I just sold my first property. I'm like, this is great. I'm so excited for you. And he's like, this is awesome. I love it. And we talked a little bit about this. And so it does take, a few deals to get comfortable, and then you can really start to branch out, look at different areas, look at different property types and all that good stuff. So what I think, how long it takes to be a pro at this is going to be months if you're going at it like 40 hours a week or more. I think you can inside of a year, but that's if you're going crazy. So what do you think, Jack?
There's a concept in education called 10,000 hours. That you become an expert or a master, so to speak, at what you're trying to accomplish after you've been doing it for 10,000 hours. So I was thinking about it before the show. What have I done for 10,000 hours? Well, I probably put 10,000 hours. I think it's 5 years full time, 40 hours a week. Mm-hmm. And I've been doing real estate deals for a lot longer than that. So I guess that makes me a pro. I've been typing a lot longer than all of that. I'm a professional typer, by the way, typist.
Well, here's
we should be pros at raising children if those numbers are correct, but
that doesn't
that's
work.
not Jill and I.
Here's my thoughts. Okay, so how much of your being a pro? I totally believe in your concept about is it 10,000 hours?
Yeah.
Okay, so $10,000 is it $10,000 starting at zero? You know what I mean? Versus we help people shave years off that
that's a good
learning
point.
By being here and even doing this show. We're taking a lot of the guesswork and trial and error and all that stuff because we can really say we've done that and here's what happened. And so you can go, great, that just saved me 6 months and that just saved me 3 months and that just saved me a couple weeks. So just
the other thing is that if you're an accountant or an engineer or an aerospace rocket scientist, and all those people those are real occupations in our group. We have lots of medical doctors. If you're a technical person who's very comfortable with data, you're way ahead of most people. Mm-hmm. So you can shave a bunch of time off of that. But to be it's a real professional. I mean, a pro. Like think of a pro athlete versus a college athlete.
True.
We're talking about professional level investor. It's going to take 5 years.
That's true.
To be good at it, it can be as fast as a year. Mm-hmm. To turn a bunch of deals, it could happen in weeks. Mm-hmm. So it just all depends on what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it.
Exactly.
Rewards are huge. I don't know anybody who's failing at this, do you?
No, isn't that funny?
I mean, have you gotten a call ever, Jill, since we started this where they said, I failed at this. I've tried, I've done everything you said. I've given it my all, and I failed.
Yeah. No, the only thing that's kind of funny is that people that say, "Oh, I did it. I didn't do it. I did it wrong." I didn't think they use the word failed. Like, I screwed it up. Like, well, how'd you screw it up? I only made 80% profit instead of 100. I'm like, well, come on.
And then the other thing I hear,
I didn't quite double my money. I got close to it. I'm like, okay, hold on a moment. That's not failing.
Every month, a couple people drop out of our group, and the slots are quickly filled. Mm-hmm. And it's all because they lost interest, or somebody in their family got ill, or something like that. They didn't go follow through.
Exactly, and they'll say that they're just like, it's not for me, and that's okay. I know it's not for everybody, and that's fine. But those who get it and understand it and want to do this, they are killing it.
Exactly.
It is awesome.
So I wouldn't worry. We had more and more we're meeting our members and talking with our members. And the ones that for some reason, we either meet with them after they're just killing it financially, mm-hmm. or we meet with them right at the beginning. Because most of the successful people, they do well and we don't ever hear from them again. Mm-hmm. Wish that would happen with our kids.
Huh.
Anyway,
just go away and come back successful.
I know from the bottom of my,
Go dark.
Go
dark and come back valedictorian.
Just send me a postcard. Happy for you, kids.
You're silly.
For some reason, there are some people who have a real tough time getting over doing their own deal from start to finish. They can come from an environment. We were exposed to some people recently, Jill and I personally, who are in our group, who have been doing deals their whole lives.
With other people's money.
Other people's money. They have escrow agents helping them. They had other people making the actual decisions. Green light, red light. And they're struggling with getting the first deal done.
Isn't that funny?
Because they're making their own decisions.
And they teed them up for the people. They were doing the work in the middle there. It's very interesting.
Right. Mm-hmm. Real estate agents have a real tough problem in our environment. Of all the people I thought who could the light bulb would go off over their head. Mm-hmm. I thought it was real estate agents, and we have very, very few in our group.
It's true.
And it's because the real estate agents don't do their own deals.
You're right.
They're surrounded by people who do all the work for them. Mm-hmm. I'm not a big fan of real estate agents. And if you listen to this show, this is the first that I've heard.
I'm really... Well, that's new to me.
My little sisters are extremely successful at Caldwell Bank real estate in northern Michigan, and she is like top 5 producer in the country, top 5%, and she earns her money.
Yeah. She couldn't make it to our party because she was working.
I know.
Doggone it. That's okay. We love her.
Join us in another episode where Jack and Jill discuss how to use information, that's me,
and inspiration, that's me,
to get just about anything you want.
We use it every day to buy property for half of what it's worth and sell it immediately.
You are not alone. in your real estate ambition? That's a good topic. I think we covered it.
I do. You want to hear something funny though?
Yeah.
I was going to tell you this note when I talked to Dan the other day. It was so darn cool. He's like, I love your show. I have heard all 500 episodes.
Wow.
I'm like, Dan, are you kidding me? He's like, no, check this out. He said, I took a 4-day road trip to go do an over-the-counter purchase because I just wanted to see what that's all about. In those 4 days, I wrote this down. I listened to 225 episodes.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, oh, Dan, that's awesome.
I'm concerned for Dan's health.
That's
Too much Jack and
so
Jill.
cool. I love it. But yeah, that's. I'm not sure I could do that.
I'm not sure I could either.
I give you a lot of credit, Dan. Thank you. He said some really nice things too, and I'll tell you those later. It was really,
tell
really
us.
cool.
I want to hear.
Oh, it was personal stuff, and it was really,
okay.
really nice. So yeah, stuff for us. So cool.
Like, really? You can't sell it on the air?
I'll tell you.
Okay.
Okay.
Information and inspiration to buy undervalued property. Jill just changed her mind. She's going to tell us about it
I
tomorrow's
did.
show. Have a good day.
We are Jack and Jill, and
This was the Cash Flow from Land Show. We're the experts at acquiring property
Of all kinds, not just land,
for half price just so we can flip it for way more.
and really fast. Thanks for listening.
You are not alone in your real estate ambition.